Hello everyone, I'm so excited to be with you for this crafting event. I am actually going to be sharing with you a fun DIY craft to make adorable scarecrow bags for this fall season. They're super fun, really easy, and a great way to use up your scraps of paper. So it doesn't take much paper to create them, and they sure make you smile. They sure make me smile. So I'm excited to share that with you, and then of course I'm going to share with you how I did similar for a scrapbook layout, or you could even do it on a card, and which would be super cute now that I think about it. But okay, so let's go ahead and jump into how to do this. It's really simple. You're just going to need a paper bag. So a basic paper bag is all you're going to need, right? Now I will show you this one kind of in the works here. This is a really cute plaid bag that I saw that Hobby Lobby had, and I thought, oh, I have to have it because it's patterned and it's plaid and it's fall, and it just screamed at me and I could not resist. All right, so here at Hobby Lobby, and they have these gift bags for the season. They have leaf patterns and this plaid pattern, which I think will be super cute for my scarecrow to kind of dress it up a little. So I'm excited to show you what that ends up looking like. So I thought they were really cute. So whether that's a pattern bag or just a general paper bag, it will do the trick, right? Now for this, we are going to be using the brackets accessory set. I used number 1 from the bracket accessory set, but if you're not familiar with it, let me give you a close look at that. So the bracket set actually comes with 3 different pieces in it. So you get the number 1 that we are going to be using. You could do a larger scarecrow if you needed to for some reason, which is the number 3. It's, of course, you can see the difference here. And then you also get this design. So you get 3 different designs in the bracket accessory set. It's, of course, great for this fun DIY project, but they're also great. I love for using them on my scrapbooking pages. Often the way I use brackets is like I'll tuck it into a photo and you can add journaling onto it. It's just a great place mat for adding journaling, or having a place to add journaling gives it structure. Or like you could tuck these in to a border. So often we tuck them in, which is where the straight edge comes in. They kind of get tucked into, say, like a border, right? And then of course it's a good place for like a title or a focus point, or just an added extra layer with some flowers on top of it to add, you know, dimension to your project overall. But I love brackets because they are just universal. Like you can use them on anything. And of course, just depending on what paper or what you're working with, it just really adds just a little bit more design to your project. So to start off with, you're going to pull out bracket number 1, all right? And what you're going to do is you're going to cut out a piece of paper, whatever you want the color of your scarecrow's face to be. And I think that's so fun. Have a lot of fun with these characters, personalities of these scarecrows that you're going to create. So whatever those personalities are, then you're going to want to kind of decorate. I kind of stuck to your typical scarecrow with the fall colors because I love fall, but just keep that in mind when you're doing that. It could be all various patterns and colors, and you could do one bright, you could do one, I don't even know, a Halloween scarecrow if you wanted to. Super fun. All right, so for this demonstration, I'm just going to go ahead and take this white cardstock that I have, and you're going to cut a 6 by 6, and then you're going to fold that in half. So basically 3 by 6, right? And then we're going to trace the bracket onto the front. Now you have plenty of room here, but I do recommend 6 by 6 just to make sure that you have plenty of space. But you're just going to go ahead and trace that onto the front of your fold, like so. Okay, so I went ahead and traced that onto the front. And then we're only going to cut out the front piece. So that's all I did here is I cut out this front flap, right? But I didn't necessarily cut out the back. I just kept that straight. Honestly, you probably could, now that I think about it, just cut both through. So if you cut on the fold, then you'll get both through. So I think I'm gonna actually do that now that I think about it. So don't cut the fold, just start your cut and follow your bracket line. That way they both line up and you'll have a little bit of a bracket flap on the back, but I think that's okay. So, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and cut that like so, right? Now you're going to attach the one side to the front of your bag. Now I do recommend taking your bag and folding it down to maybe like about 1.5 inches. Now this is going to be folded to the back. So your back, you can tell by having this piece on the back. And then you're going to adhere one side of your bracket to the front of your bag, the piece that doesn't have the bend, right? So you're going to go ahead and adhere that to the front of your bag like this, right? But not the back. You don't want to adhere the back. You want that to go right where your fold line on your bag is. That way you can still get inside of your bag. So you're going to fold the bag over. You're going to create this little fold line. You're going to line your fold right up to the edge of your bag fold, and then you're going to adhere the front face to the front of the bag. At that point, you're going to decorate it up a little bit. Again, have fun with these. Add googly eyes. You could add buttons as eyes. You can be as decorative as you want or as simple as you want. I kept mine pretty simple. I just punched out a couple circles out of black paper and using my circle punch, a little triangle for the nose, and I doodled just a little basic smiley face, scarecrow face onto that with a point at the point of the bracket chin right there. Then at that point, I did a strip of adhesive and took some raffia and placed that right onto the adhesive, right? And then of course you can give it a little bit of a haircut, however you want. Nice little style haircut there. And that is the front face flap, right? Now, as far as the hat goes, we're gonna go ahead and cut another bracket out of whatever pattern paper that you want. Again, whatever that is, have fun with it. And just cut another one out. And you don't need the whole, like if you want a long hat, you could do it, but you can see that mine's a little bit shorter than the template itself. So I just laid that onto the paper and cut the portion out that I wanted. Cut a little 1-inch strip that's probably about 1 by, let's see, probably about a 1 inch by 6 inches wide there. Okay. And then you can add a little decorative using your scraps of paper. And I used the smaller sunflower that came in the Kiwi Club kit. But if you have Tiny Nature, that's similar, and you could definitely trim that down and do something like that. That one's, of course, a little smaller, which is what we wanted when we did that Kiwi Club, so they layered cute together. But sunflowers, you could do a pinwheel, which is what is on this one. So that's from Tiny Celebrate on that. So a little accent or a flower will do the trick. And then what you're gonna do is, so I'm gonna add some adhesive to the top, right? So right here, I'm just gonna add a strip of adhesive, kind of right over my raffia too, just to make sure that's nice and secure. And then I'm gonna take my hat and I'm gonna place that on top, like so. And now we have our cute little scarecrow bag. Super cute. You could decorate the front if you want. I didn't feel like I needed to because of the adorable pattern bag. But like on this one, I did add a little pocket. But again, I always think simple is always great, simple and cute. And so I don't know if you necessarily need to. You could just do a bag topper, and I think that it would be really fun and cute. And they're great. They're great for just putting some treats in, to share with somebody, a neighbor, a gift if you might have one. It's great for party favors, centerpieces, you know, very simple different ways that you can use these fun DIY crafts and whatever that might, whatever way you might be inspired to use them. But they're a lot of fun, let me tell you that. They sure make me smile when I was creating them, and I think that they'll also make they'll do the trick when I give them to someone as well. And then as far as taking that scarecrow and putting it on a layout, let me show you that. So I think this would be so cute on a card. If you're a card maker, you can make a scarecrow easily. Again, just taking the brackets, but in this case, I used the tiny brackets. So instead of the bracket accessory, I used the tiny brackets. I did the same thing, same tips and steps. I traced the bottom one out, top, strip, raffia for the hair, little enamel dots for the eyes. I really think googly eyes would be cute too, but I wanted to keep it kind of simple and not cause too much attention to it on this layout. And this is my daughter Madison from picture. She's like, I don't remember that. And I was like, yeah, this is back in 2016. And then I just took some scraps of paper that I had and cut some leaves out and just layered those all behind her with some little raffia kind of pointing out too, right out of these little places that I had left over as far as the raffia goes. And yeah, it was a really fun layout. I really love creating fall layouts and fall projects. They speak to me. I love them. You know, and my daughters, actually, Maddie and Abby, they were scarecrows for 2020 as well. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to play around with maybe doing some twin scarecrows on a layout. We'll see. I think it could be fun if I could find some paper that has similar patterns as what they're wearing. But that's a future project. So lots of fun ways to use scarecrows. And it could be memories to a corn maze. It could be memories, you know, Thanksgiving, fall, just fall memories in general. It's just so much fun to create your own little scarecrow and just play to create. Like I said, have a lot of fun with those individual characters of each of those scarecrows that you might create. I think it could be a lot of fun. Well, hopefully this idea has inspired you. Please make sure to check out all of our other craft-in events. You can see all of them over and find the replays over on our blog on kiwilane.com, and keep playing, creating, and connecting. Bye guys.